Hello, hello, and welcome back as I finish severing the Gordian knot of my own magnificent stupidity in Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM 2. Just exactly what am I talking about with the whole stupidity and Gordian knot thing? Well, that would be the Predator armor that I built last episode that I very nearly didn't get to build because I squandered my corpses for a little quick cash, not knowing that I actually needed those corpses. Basically, exactly like that mortician down in Georgia who left all those bodies lying around his property to rot instead of cremating them like he got paid to do, and then gave their families urns filled with dry mixed cement. Yeah, pretty much just like that guy. And right now you're probably thinking to yourself, really? I mean, what the hell was that guy's game? Those furnaces run on natural gas. It can't be that expensive to cremate a body once you've already paid for the oven. I mean, once the furnace is purchased, the rest of it is trivial. It's got to be like cents on the dollar. I mean, the concrete mix probably cost more than it would have cost to actually just do your damn job and burn the bodies. Also, did the guy really think that no one was going to notice a couple hundred corpses just lying around in a rural area in Georgia? That's the stupidest scam of all time. I mean, not quite as stupid as Pete's, because that guy who ripped off the whole mortician thing, he at least got paid for cremations he never performed. Pete got absolutely nothing out of his gambit, but still, it's pretty goddamn stupid. And you know what? You're not wrong. I mean, you're a big mean bully for hurting my poor feelings and making fun of me. I really feel sort of like going and having a good cry right now, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We did get some sweet Predator armor, though, because I did manage to salvage a few corpses off of last mission, which I gotta say, went swimmingly. We had a couple people who got rid of their shaken status. I think Mitch Hedberg and Taylor Swift, of course, the consummate shake-off artist, shook hers off, as well as, I want to say, Master Chef Busey himself was shaken and is no longer. So we shook it off, man, just like a good Taylor Swift should. That's, I guess, the advantage of taking Taylor Swift on a mission. You got people shaking, you take Tay-Tay along, she sings them a little song, they shake it the fuck off. Resistance contacts, what the... Oh, do we just get bonus contacts for doing... Oh, well, we're going straight there. If this gets us straight up bonus contacts, we won't have to upgrade our facility and we can begin, or rather continue, expanding our regions. This could be a great investigation for us. Heat signature, 7 days. All right, well, we do have our alien facility here. We're probably not going to hit this until the doomsday clock begins ticking up again. In the meantime, we're just going to do what little we can. All right, rapid response. Yeah, that's a thing, but we just did our guerrilla op for this month, so we should have to deal with rapid response, I think, only once before that dark event goes away. Dark events do have a duration. Hells yeah, Proving Ground is online. Oh, Lily, if you weren't in a committed relationship with Dr. Tigan, I would kiss you. Okay, I'm just gonna kiss you, because clearly nobody's in a committed relationship with Dr. Tigan, except for the many and sundry corpses that he keeps in his lab.
It seemed like a good idea.
Is that really considered a commitment? Wait a minute, now I'm having flashbacks to the Georgia crematorium guy. Dr. Tigan? Was that a young Dr. Tigan before he got recruited by Advent after we lost the war with the alien invasion, which hasn't happened yet? Is that like our future past? Was that guy Tigan unbeknownst to us? Oh man, I'm getting a real fucking looper sort of thing here. I'm gonna have to go carve my own name on my arm so that I can read it in the future and be like, yep, Pete was right. Like 5 years from now, I'm just going to see written in my own flesh, you were right, Pete, Dr. Tigan. You were right about the Tigan thing, which now that I'm looking at my forearm, seems like a really long fucking thing to carve in my forearm. What the hell were you thinking, Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Am I cutting up Bruce Willis like that? That's not cool, bro. That's not cool. We do need an engineer. Fortunately, we have Connor Kerrigan, who, after having built this facility, is now destined to work here for the remainder of his natural life. Sorry, we're going full-on Homer Simpson on that shit. Remember, you're here forever. I really want a Skulljack. I really want a lot of things. I want an exosuit, yes, experimental grenades and ammo, absolutely. But more than I want any of those things, I want plasma grenades. This is going to use the last of our alien alloys and the last of our Illyrium crystals, I'd like to point out. And, yeah, I'm still going to do it.
I'll have the team get started immediately, Commander.
That's good, Lily. You know what? Could you just, yeah, I mean, you said immediately, but if you could get them to start sooner, I would actually appreciate that. So we have bonus power. Why? Why do I have 2 unused power suddenly? That's a little confusing. Resistance comms are at capacity. Yeah, little Mr. Red Fist guy telling me that things are not good, but I'm in the middle of fucking fixing that, dude. You gotta give me a minute.
This research can only further our advances, Commander.
All right, so we got Illyrium research. Fantastic. That is finished. What did that upgrade? Illyrium conduit, which we're definitely going to want to build. Plasma rifle, powered armor, all of those things. Really? We can seriously already research these? Plasma rifle and powered armor. Yes, they take an extraordinarily long time. Man, we just finished mag weapons and plated armor. And we're just rolling straight into this if we want? That's, I mean, a little weird. Honestly, I think our time is probably better spent doing some other stuff. We should definitely break down a mech, because I think breaking the mech wreck gives us the ability to upgrade our gremlins, which I am pretty interested in. We definitely need a skulljack. A gremlin upgrade would be useful. I mean, the town is going to get overrun, and unlike Billy, I'm not dating Phoebe Cates, so I don't know who the hell's going to hold the gremlins at bay when they try to take over the movie theater. I'm just going to be fucked. Oh, Phoebe Cates, how did you ever go from the hot chick climbing out of the pool in the red bikini that, you know, Judge Reinhold was jerking off to surreptitiously in the bathroom? But how did you ever go from that to Billy's girlfriend? Oh, what a wacky, wacky ride it's been for you, Phoebe Cates. What a wacky, wacky ride.
There is something exciting about working under the more intense conditions found on the Avenger.
What about when you were running the Tri-County, or what was it, Tri-State Crematorium, Tygan? You want to talk about that? Selling people sacks of cement as though it were the remains of their dead loved ones? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Dr. Tygan. I'm holding you to that. You know what? I'm gonna have to go hit some microfiche records and just see if I can confirm that. It's gonna have to wait for the future though, because right now we got a supply raid. We have so many supplies. I feel a little guilty going to do Operation Blood Dance. Sounds like the big fall event at a vampire high school. And you're saying a vampire high school, Pete? That's ridiculous. Oh, is it really? Is it really? They made a movie about that shit. I'd like to point out that the Vampire Diaries. Yeah, I didn't write it. Go read it. I mean, I'm not recommending it because it's actually sort of crappy, but you know, if you want to read the Vampire Diaries, it is available, and that's totally Vampire High School. And they had the big fall blood dance. I mean, this didn't come from me. I didn't make it up. I mean, okay, I totally made it up. There was probably not a big fall blood dance in Vampire Diaries, but somebody wrote that book. I don't even know what we're going to equip in our alternate slots because I mean, I guess it's just going to be grenades for everyone then. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, more grenades is good grenades. No GNUs is good GNUs. We cannot equip grenades in those slots because these are utility only. But I don't really feel compelled to change anything. I mean, I think it's just everybody gets a grenade. Grenade for you, grenade for you. I'm like Oprah, the Oprah of grenades here. Actually, Taylor Swift can't even have a grenade because she's already sorted out. Do we want to take Tay-Tay? We could swap her out for Mitch Hedberg, or alternatively, we could swap her out for someone else altogether. I do want to try and start putting a little depth in the roster. Lindsay Lowe hasn't been on a mission in a little bit. Kristen Stewart hasn't been on a mission since she made Corporal, and now that she could carry an extra grenade, it would give her a chance to choose some scenery. But you know who hasn't seen it in a while? Little action? Mel Gibson, the little corporal that could. The crazy asshole who spawned the ire of a million people with his racist bigotry. It's been a while since you've seen Mel Gibson. I mean, it's been a while since anyone's seen Mel Gibson because I think he spends most of his time in his hate bunker just silently raging about the Zionist conspiracy. But I think we could probably let's all give Uncle Mel another try. I mean, people deserve a second chance, and you're saying, Pete, Mel has already squandered his second chance. Then also like his third chance, fourth chance, and 76th chance. And you're not wrong. I mean, you know, Mel Gibson has got a lot of personal issues, but I think we should give him another go. Mitch, you don't have your good gun. What happened to the good shotgun? Is Taylor Swift still carrying that? Taylor Swift is still carrying it. All right, well, Tay-Tay, I'm sorry, but Uncle Mel's going to borrow your shotgun. Don't worry, we'll wipe it down with a wet one before we give it back. You don't have to worry about getting any Uncle Mel's cooties on you. Tay-Tay's like, no, I don't want Uncle Mel cooties, man. That shit will tarnish my career. I cannot have what happened to Mel Gibson's career happening to my career. I'm Taylor Swift. I don't want to go out like that. I don't want to be just drunk as shit and get busted by the cops and then wind up calling them a bunch of racist nicknames while I fume and spit at the window of the back of a police car. I don't want to go down like Mel Gibson, man. All right, thank you, Firebird, for dropping us in for Operation Blood Dance. I really hope this mission does live up to its name because, you know, I have read the Vampire Diaries, and let me tell you, fucking fierce, yo. secretly I'm a fan. Okay, not really, that's a lie. I have read it, but I was not a fan. Although, you know, as like young adult vampire-oriented literature goes, I mean, you could do worse. Twilight's still a thing. You could read The Mortal Instruments, City of Bones, which, I mean, isn't technically about vampires, but does have vampires in it, so sort of a teen vampire book. I mean, The Vampire Diaries is definitely better than either of those two particular pieces of fiction. You could do worse, that's all I'm saying. It has, you know, sort of a strong girl power theme, even though it does still seem that the main female protagonist base her self-worth entirely on which dude she's boning or how many dudes she can, like, string along. What is it about the, like, it's supposed to be empowering girl fiction where the empowerment that they always seem to seek is like how many hearts can they break, how many men's lives can they destroy? And I'm not gonna be like, Pete, oh, so you gotta make it all about dudes. I'd be like, no, I mean, I just think that a main character, especially a female character's self-worth, shouldn't be determined by like how many dudes are lusting after her. It just seems like suboptimal writing. That's all I'm saying. So we've got a little pod over here, a little couple Viper actions. Speaking of girl power, those Vipers are girls. They've got boobs. I'm calling it. Hashtag Vipers are girls. Hashtag boobs confirms it. Yes, but you know what this means? This means that if they have the breasticles, they are going to be vulnerable to being possibly impregnated by Yuri Novak. I am the baby maker, Pete, and I got to say, I'm not really sure you want to be making babies with these folks. They don't seem like particularly nice fellows. I'm not sure we need more Viper babies, Pete. Seems like a bad idea. Also, this seems like a real shit sandwich here. I would love to get closer, but simultaneously, I also would loathe to get closer because then we're fighting 2 pods instead of 1. And we do not have plasma grenades yet, so dropping a grenade in somebody's face for some instant karma mega damage is really sort of not on the table. Which leaves the, begs the question then how to pop this pod and how to most effectively engage this series of units. Steve, can you see anybody from there? You cannot. We would like to have some Overwatch. Unfortunately, Steve does not have enough movement now to get to a position where he might be able to get some Overwatch. Honestly, though, you know what? Having Steve on Overwatch is probably not our greatest gambit. He does have a Mimic Beacon. Keller, if we run you up here, could we get you? Absolutely, we could get you in a position for some Overwatch. So let's do that. Helen Deadeye Keller will be solid in the Overwatch department. Crazy ass Uncle Looney. I mean, I'm not sure where we should put Uncle Crazy Town. Uncle Nut Pants. Uncle Nut Job. You know, Nut Job actually is probably giving him too much credit. Also, it sounds vaguely sexual, and I don't want to have anything to do with, like, sex and Mel Gibson. Whatever Mel gets up to in his own time on his private plane with Britney Spears, you know what? That's Mel's business, and Perfidious Pete does not need to know. Is there some reason why I can't run to this tile? What's holding back the Master Chef here? All right, just go on Overwatch there, Abe. Yes, Pete, as I watched a young nation become a glorious, oh man, we almost have to grenade those fuckers. I mean, we sort of can't not. Look how clustered up they are. They're begging for it. They're just like, no, that's fine. Go ahead, drop a grenade in our face. We want you to do it. We'll enjoy it. We also have a lot of gas grenades, and these are organics, and we can hit all of them. I mean, we almost have to do this. It's too good. It's too good to pass up. And I don't think we Overwatch at all. I really feel like maybe Overwatch is a bad call here. These guys are going to cluster up. Helen Keller's going to get some just absolutely absurd damage out of this single gas grenade. We won't poison the Vipers, but look at that. Still, the aggregate damage is fantastic. What do we get out of that? 13 total aggregate? That's pretty good. Now you're saying, Pete, it's not that good. Now you got to fight 5 fucking guys. You know, maybe you have a point there. You might be onto something. They're definitely immune to poison. But we do have Mimic Beacons as well. Don't forget, Mimic Beacon is on the table. We've got the Mimics. I'm not hugely, sanguine about having to use them this early. That's not ideal. Oh, man, Yuri Novak could do so much friggin' damage here. So, first things first, yeah, pistol Overwatch, that's first things first. No, first things first, lightning hands, and probably not, call me crazy, but the exploding thing. 100% shot at either one of those advanced troopers. Yeah, we can't not do that. So, let's go 1 for you. And that man should be dead then if we criticaled him, right? Nope, he's hanging on with 1 health, but he's gonna die, and that's the important thing. So that didn't count as an action of any variety. Like, that was literally no action. So then we got another pistol shot. And again, they really want me to shoot that tank, which I really don't want to do. How much health have you got? I mean, we're probably gonna get you. Oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. That guy is the hardest to hit. You know what? I think our best bet here. Let's go for the Muton. 97% chance to hit. I'm okay with a 97%er here. And now, oh, beautiful shot. Yuri, 5 damage and the crit. Yuri is pulling out all the stops. Of course I am, Pete. Hashtag Yuri gets it done. Did you really think I was not going to get it done? You know, I would prefer to not face off the exploding tank. Is it going to make me shoot that exploding tank? I really hope it doesn't. I bet it does. Look at this beatdown. He's in a fury. Yuri is in a fury. Hashtag Yuri is in a fury. Oh, I did not shoot the tank. Excellent. I did not shoot the exploding thing. That was some amazing fucking gunslinging from Yuri, by the way. Look at the friggin' damage we got out of this. Unbelievable damage. We have decimated our foes here. And you say, Pete, you decimate? Really? Do you mean, you know, decimate doesn't mean devastate. It means to kill 1 part in 10. And I say to you, yes, in this case, in fact, I did use the word decimate, and I used it appropriately. Because we have killed about 1/10 of our opposition. Probably not from a total health standpoint. We actually probably did a little better, but...
On the move.
You know, I'm a pedantic son of a bitch. I gotta take every opportunity to be as pedantic as possible. And to make sure that Abraham Lincoln is not killed here, I'm a little worried about this Viper. Nobody's really gonna have a good shot at this guy, but a nice little combination of grenade and falling damage should end our troubles with this piece of shit once and for all. Or it could leave him on the ground with 1 health. And it's the other alternative. Okay, well, 2 health. We can fix that, though. 2 health is surmountable. We can fix 2 health whenever we want. This guy is already dead. That man only needs 1 damage. Steve Irwin can kill you if we need him to. Crazy-ass Uncle Mel could run over here, stand in the open, and probably get this Viper. That would just need us leaving some damage on the Muton. And, you know, if we do that, we're out of this entire situation without having to use any Mimic Beacons. I'm shockingly pleased with that potential outcome. Uncle Crazy, I don't... which one do I trust Uncle Crazy? All right, Uncle Crazy... Get up here. He's like Uncle Cracker, except, you know, way more shit-throwing insane and way more racially motivated. 93%. All right, Uncle Crazy. I am trusting you to not fuck this up. He's gonna cry freedom there. He did that for, you know, the glory of Scotland, for freedom and the heroic benefit of all Scots everywhere. Actually, that's not true. He did it for the fucking money. That's why he did it. He's like William Wallace. Oh, yeah, he was great and the greatest hero in the history of Scotland. And even though that's true, I totally don't give a shit. I also kind of fucked up his story a little bit. But you know what I care mostly about? The cash. I care about the cash. That's what I care about. The big, giant, fat buttload of cash that I got for making that film. That's what I care about. That and the fact that I got to kiss Sophie Marceau a couple times, which was nice. And I can't begrudge him that. I mean, he may be a crazy asshole, say what you want, but the opportunity to kiss Sophie Marceau is not something a reasonably sane man would give up. She's real pretty. You know, Steve, I kind of don't want to go with the combat protocol. Can we get you close enough to get some kind of amazingly can't miss shot here? You know what? I'll risk a 97%er. That trooper over there is dead for a couple different reasons. He's poisoned. I think he's also envenomated with Viper rounds, too. So he's got poison and acid, I think, to deal with. He's going to drop dead. Yep, see, there you go. He really hit the ground with a loud thud, too. Once again, I mean, he's hit the ground like one of Bill Cosby's house guests with a loud thud after ingesting a huge amount of barbiturates. Not purposely, but, you know, they got in there. All right, so this is suboptimal. We've got a lot of troopers without cover, and this has been a lot of enemies packed into a very, very small spot. And unfortunately, Steve Irwin does not have great chances to get cover. Steve, could you get line of sight on that robot? Almost certainly no. Helen Keller, you cannot see the robot either, huh? All right, well, I find that, I'm going to say suspicious, but you could see him from this tile, could you not? You can. Helen Keller does have another gas grenade, but I don't think this is the right opportunity for the gas. I don't think we want to bring the gas. 88%, 6 to 8 damage and a shred. I'm going to risk it. The Deadeye rarely lets us down. Helen Deadeye Keller does not disappoint, and once again, she has not disappointed here. 2 shred for the armor on the mech. He's down to 5 health. That makes him highly killable. In fact, if Steve Irwin can just get vision on that guy, he will kill him. So, do we have a pistol shot? We do. Well, there is no drawback to taking this pistol shot because this pistol shot is free. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Pistol doesn't run out of ammo either, and Yuri connected. Of course I connected. Yuri Novak, greatest engineer in space, also greatest... why can I not rapid fire suddenly? I've muddied my own pants. I was actually very much planning on... okay. Yep. Nobody to blame but myself on that one. I did that. That's my fault. Okay. I'm just gonna. Yep. That was not good. That was not good. That's definitely some suboptimal play. So, what does Perfidious Pete do when he completely fucks the dog? You should know by now, if you've watched any of my episodes, there's one very important thing that I do once the pooch has been screwed. Once the old genitals have come in contact with the canine, I panic and throw a mimic beacon. That's just what I do. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. Panic and throw a mimic beacon. So, let's try and set up to take maximum advantage of the mimic beacon. I'm thinking putting Uncle Mel in cover next to the exploding garbage here would be hysterically funny, don't get me wrong.
Closing on target position now.
It definitely has a certain appeal, but I still think it's... You know, Uncle Mel could maybe just get us a kill here. 71% against the target with... Yeah, you know what? If it hits, it kills him. Never mind. Man, crazy-ass Uncle Mel is really going crazy with that shotgun of his. He's really crying freedom here. He's treating it like that Claymore from the movie. He'd be like, yeah, you know, it's fine, Pete. I got this big old Claymore here. I'm just going to charge into battle. Shooting fireballs from me arse and lightning bolts from me eyes, eh? Because that's the thing they said. We could... I mean, we're still going to have to throw a mimic beacon here. We don't have any opportunity to really do anything else. So the question is, do we want to have Jake Busey throw an Overwatch shot here? We do have to throw the mimic beacon in a position where these guys can see it. That's sort of the important factor. If they can't see it, they won't shoot at it. Also, we should prefer to not have Steve Loco Irwin just run himself into a big giant ball of poisonous gas. Crikey, mate. I'd also like to not run into a big old giant ball of poisonous gas there. Seems like a real bad plan, Pete. Call me crazy, but poisonous gas and Steve Irwin probably not going to get along very well. Get along with the cloud of poisonous gas about as long as I, about as well as get along with like a camel or maybe a stingray or something. You're saying a camel? And yeah, Steve Irwin had a rough spot with a camel at one time. Damn near tore my ear off. So we're just going to toss the mimic beacon. Both of these guys should make a move at pseudo Steve Irwin. Yuri Novak putting another 2 damage on our little friend there, and then Mr. Jake Busey whipping up a swift batch of mango chutney. That man is missing his legs. I'm sorry about your spine, sir. I hope you didn't need that. Are you Christopher? Excuse me? Yeah, it got real ugly, Jake Busey, because this fucking guy didn't shoot at the goddamn mimic beacon that he can definitely see. I'm very salty. Very salty about that one. That should have been a shot at a mimic beacon. Should have shot at the beacon. I'd like to point out that the mimic beacon was there and definitely in your line of sight. And you definitely didn't fucking shoot at it. Uncle Mel is still getting it crazy ass done. So maybe it's a good thing we brought one of our less experienced team members here out for a little chance to pick up some of the experience they're definitely going to need to replace Master Chef, who's going to be in a hospital for 8 trillion years. We're going to have old Baby Maker here just to take a crack at this fellow. Or 2 cracks, because it's going to take him 2. Jeez, Pete, did you not see a fusillade of bullets that Yuri Novak put in play on first turn? Shotgun 7 times, Pete, and it only holds 6 bullets. I shot the 6-bullet gun 7 times is basically a fucking magic trick. And then just because I miss 1 sniper shot, you're going to give me shit, Pete? Man, you are like a jerk, Pete. I don't normally like to call you a jerk because, I mean, well, 1, you're sort of my boss, and maybe it's not the greatest idea in the world to call boss a jerk. You could literally send me to my death whenever you please. So probably not the greatest idea in the history of world, but so, you know what? It's time to call a spade, Pete. I can't hold back anymore. You are a straight up asshole. Well, you know, you're not really wrong. You're kind of a douche. What can I say, man? I mean, it's fine. Call a spade, and yeah, you're right. I'm kind of a jerk. How long is this poison gonna hang out? I mean, ordinarily I wouldn't really care because it would be doing the aliens no good as well as it's doing us no good, but in this case it's just sort of been chilling. It's like that friend you had in college. You'd be like, hey man, can I come over and hang out? And you'd be like, oh yeah, you know, why don't you come over for a couple hours, we'll watch a movie, maybe have a few brewskis and kind of chill out for a little while. And then the guy stayed for like 7 days. Be like, really? You're just, what are you fucking moving in now? And he'd be like, yeah, that's, I live here now. So, yeah, I'm moving in. He'd be like, you gonna pay rent? No, don't really think that'd be appropriate. Not really gonna pay rent. I'm just gonna really overstay my welcome. Is that cool? You'd be like, no, it's absolutely the opposite of cool. And they're like, yeah, well, I'm doing it anyway. Uncle Mel, I think we're just gonna have you reload, and we'll probably have you just step up to what appears to be a porta potty. We're going to reinforce our overall position. Master Chef, I'm a little sorry about having you so close to the action, but you have my other mimic beacon, and I really have a strong inclination that I'm probably going to need it, so you gotta stay towards the front, and you gotta come at this one like the Who, man. Don't get fooled again, and by that I mean don't get fucking shot in the face again. Which I suppose isn't really getting fooled so much as getting, you know, grievous body harm. Thank you, Stroking Brain. I appreciate it. Make me sound like a total asshole. Yeah, it's great. I wanted to say grievous bodily harm, but for some reason that phrase would just fucking not come out of my mouth, so fuck it. I don't really feel like spawning a pod this turn. Since if we should happen to spawn a pod, it's almost going to guarantee and require the use of our last Mimic Beacon. I'm not a huge fan of that. Let's just have Yuri take a little blue move and get his reload on. Yes, I do need to reload, Pete, because he has previously mentioned 7 bullets in single turn without reload from 6-bullet weapon.
Back in.
Have another bullet. I mean, it's like magic chamber, Pete. I'm like a magician on stage pulling rabbit out of hat, except instead of rabbit, he's 1 more bullet and shoot. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, that's this is the shittiest hat rabbit of all time right here. So that's really very much not good. All right, well, Jake Busey, I mean, there's no doubt you're throwing a fucking Mimic Beacon when we're looking at 3 mutons. This is basically nightmarish. On the plus side, we do still have Honest Abe to go, and Honest Abe has plenty of explosive action. We might even be able to get rid of this guy's cover and give crazy-ass Uncle Mel a pretty solid shot at him. I mean, I want his cover gone. Yeah, it's fine. Drop the frag there. See if you can give Looney Tunes Gibson up there a chance to badia. That's all, folks, for some lucky muton. Although I say that, but Uncle Mel really seems more like a Daffy Duck kind of woohoo, 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 where he just like jumps around and flaps about the... I get that. I get more that kind of vibe from Uncle Mel, really. 77% from half cover should be fine. Holy God, Uncle Mel Gibson is on some kind of lunatic rampage. Every single shot the man has fired this mission has killed someone, I think. Well, no, I guess he did have 1 shot that didn't kill a guy, but it did really hurt him. And that seems actually perfectly fitting with Mel Gibson's sort of method of operation as well. He'd be like, no, I left him alive on purpose because I wanted him to suffer. He's dick move, Mel. Yeah, well, what are you gonna do, Yuri? I mean, It's Mel Gibson. There's a turret back there. That's actually very bad for us. That's hugely bad because one of these mutants... okay. So yeah, this is god-awful. I was very seriously considering leaving Jake Busey in the open. Holy shit, that was supremely lucky. I was thinking about leaving Jake Busey in the open. I was about to say I'm really, really glad I didn't, but that miss was phenomenal for us. And that right there is why I hate melee. It works for us as well as it works for the aliens, but I have missed one too damn many melee shots to be fully comfortable with going real melee heavy. Also, we now know that that turret is back there, so, you know, benefits there too. Keller, what do you got? An absolutely miserable shot. Are you going to be able to do any better? Not unless we forego cover, which I don't want to do. I know there's a turret around. Yuri, give me a little lightning hands action. I don't even care what your hit percentage is like. It'll be fine. Whatever your best shot is. Now, where were your 7 bullets and 6 chambers on that one, Yuri?
Jesus, Pete. You gotta let go, mate. You got to let go, Pete. Sometimes you gotta just take it a little bit easy, man. Settle this shit down. I mean, look, I follow it up with 10 damage critical to Mutant's face. Man is dead. He just doesn't know it yet. And then I critical him again because you're giving me shit, Pete. There. 20 damage in single turn. Is good enough for you? Miserable douchebag. So sick of your crap, Pete. I've had an ass full of you, sir. Just entire ass is full of being sick of you.
Understood. Moving out.
Let's see if Uncle Mel can get close enough to drop a grenade on that turret. Also grab loot. Loot is good. 2 Illyrium cores. We have a lot of Illyrium cores, but now that we have the Proving Grounds, at least we have something to do with them. Mel Gibson still can't even see the turret. Alright, well, no drawback to having him just put a little shotgun in this Mutant's face. For once, Uncle Mel didn't kill a man with a single shot. Actually, didn't even significantly hurt him. Helen Keller, let's... I mean, there's really no good angle of approach here for Helen Keller to even work the problem.
What's over there?
We could drop a grenade on this guy, I suppose, if we were feeling squirrely. It seems like kind of a waste. Busey, what's your shot like? Not great. We could have Busey just come over here and stand in the open. You know what? Let's have the Master Chef come over here and stand in the open. He can be our double back guarantee.
On the move.
And then we're going to see if we can feed a kill to Abraham Lincoln. We've got a number of people here who could really use a little additional EXP. Ooh, Abe, right in the face. Yes, I have drilled him in the face. I have taken a lesson of John Wilkes Booth and turned it to my advantage.
All hostiles are down and
Sometimes you have to shoot a bitch in the face. I mean, it's definitely not good when I am that bitch. And also, I've just sort of vicariously called myself a... You know what? I'm taking this speech back to the drawing board, Pete. Operation Blood Dance is finished, and so am I, Abraham Lincoln. Alright, so technically a flawless mission. I'm going to call that technically flawless because I'm still sticking with my whole total fucking bullshit on Jake Busey getting shot at. There's no way that guy didn't have line of sight to our Mimic Beacon. Straight up New Jack horse crap. We never missed a shot. Bullshit, we didn't. We absolutely missed a shot. I just made fun of Yuri for missing a pistol shot. Why does it say successful shot percentage 100%? That's a straight up lie. No, it wasn't, Pete. Even when Yuri miss, Yuri is, hashtag Yuri gets it done. I can't even miss when an actual miss occurs. Game just refuses to believe that Yuri Novak. And yes, fourth wall violation, Yuri doesn't even care, Pete. I know. I am like the Deadpool. I'm aware that I am in a piece of fiction. But even when I objectively miss Yuri, he still gets it done. Because hashtag Yuri gets it done, Pete. Oh, crikey, Pete. I tell you, yeah, this Yeti cat is getting real fucking full of himself, mate. I mean, I know he's got the kill to mission ratio that's basically unrivaled in the history of XCOM. 17 missions with 50 kills. Pretty damn impressive, but still, look at me, Steve Irwin over here, rocking a 34-14, and I'm a specialist, mate. That old Master Chef Busey, there's no slouch. He's at 14 and 35. He's even got one notch up on old Steve Irwin. But still, it's all baby maker, baby maker. Wow, I became very southern Steve Irwin there for just a split second. Yeah, crikey, I'm still sick of his shit, Pete. All right, well, you know, the accent sort of fell apart there at the end. Either that or you channeled Paula Dean for just a brief moment. But you're right. I mean, you say it can't all be about Novak, but good God, man. 17 missions, 50 kills. 50 kills, Steve. Pretty remarkable. Pretty remarkable. No promotions across the board, not even for crazy-ass Uncle Mel Gibson, who, you know, I kind of had high hopes for crazy-ass Uncle Mel maybe pulling a promo there, but apparently Hollywood just doesn't want to promote Mel Gibson. They've completely backed away from that to be like, no, you know, we liked him at first, and we did the whole one with the Patriot thing, but that was sort of the turning point. After that, we all had to kind of collectively agree to just check out on old Uncle Mel. He's a little too wacky. I mean, and we're talking, this is Hollywood, too, who's checked out on Mel Gibson, by the way. The same Hollywood that still cranks out with what Tom Cruise is up to.
I don't see anybody else stepping up other than the autopilot.
Yeah, well, Bradford, you know, our objection isn't that you're flying the plane, it's that you're doing it while completely fucking shit-faced. I mean, if you want to fly, that's cool, but we're going to sort of demand that you be sober or hand us the keys. When we ask for your keys after you stagger out of the cantina and head up to the pilot's chair of the spaceship, Bradford, we're not doing it because you're a bad pilot. We're doing it because you're fucking drunk, man. And we're liable for that. If you crash the Avenger on the way home, that's our responsibility. We're legally obligated to take your keys, Bradford. You don't get to be pissy about that. You're the one who had to go down to the 5th Street canteen and just get completely bombed on Tanqueray. Can't pin that shit on us. Anyway, can't pin this episode on me either because I'm done. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see more XCOM 2 action, consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes every single day. And who knows, a drunken Bradford may just run over you on your way home if you're not careful. So you should probably stay indoors and watch more videos, if only for safety's sake. I'm just saying. Right now, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. And keep an eye out for, a swerving Bradford.